Hit us up on Twitter at OutKick 360. We say hello to two-time World Series champ Johnny Damon joins us as we continue our chat on Aaron Judge breaking Maris's record, the AL home run king. And Johnny, thanks for the time. What were you thinking as you watched Judge round the bases last night?
Well, I'm thinking he is just a outstanding person and a great baseball player. So I'm very happy for him. I know the Maris family very well, and I know they are very happy for Aaron Judge. I mean, what a great Yankee, and another great season. I mean, this guy could be everybody's favorite player, and I'm excited he was able to do it.
How do you view 62 versus 73?
Um, you know what? It's different ballparks. I love 62. I mean, all the Yankees are at 60, 61, and 62. The National League, they had some guys who hit a bunch of home runs, and it was a very exciting time for baseball. I was just breaking into the league. I broke in '95, and just seeing the excitement that was brought by McGuire, Sosa, I mean, Barry Bonds season. I mean, being intentionally walked, I believe, 214 times that year as well. That's an incredible feat, and I'm never going to take that away from them. And I just love the fact that Aaron Judge broke the American League record yesterday, and I was a lifelong American League player. So good for Aaron Judge, and now go out there and win the World Series.
You said you're a lifelong American League guy. Paul and I have the debate about National League versus American League, and there was a great rivalry between the two leagues, but it feels like leagues are kind of disappearing. The way the schedule is going to go now with everything, and also in the National League, the pitcher doesn't hit anymore, so it's similar to the American League in that way. Do you like that, or do you not like that? That it seems like the leagues matter less now.
Well, it definitely does, but if you can take a look at the American League, hitting in the American League Central and in the American League West, you're not going to hit as many home runs, and you can go to National League East, National League West. Those are tough parks. I mean, National League Central, I think you can add a few home runs, and I also think the American League East, you can add a few home runs for people. But the home runs that Judge was hitting, I mean, they were no doubters, most of them. So, and also he's getting the toughest pitches. I mean, they really don't want to pitch to him, but they're trying to make him chase, and he's just done an outstanding job this year. And what a great feat. I'm glad he was able to do it. I know there was a lot of games in between, but great players step up.
Johnny Damon, our guest on OutKick 360.
What do you think about a hamstring injury for the first baseman in Milwaukee, keeping him out of these games in the batting race that's keeping Judge from his chance at the Triple Crown? Would you like to see him tough that through, or is it a reasonable thing here that he sits on 314 or 315 and Judge is just SOL?
Well, I'm not going to judge him, but that stuff happens all the time. And if he has a bad hamstring, I'm not going to question. I'm not in that locker room. And obviously another great year. And great to see Judge get a number of hits and win the Triple Crown. But, he's already made history, and hopefully he continues to do so throughout his career.
Do you think he plays today with the purpose of trying to put together a 3-for-4 or 4-for-5 and go get that?
As you all mentioned, there's going to be a lot of days off soon. So yes, perhaps DHing, let him relax a little bit. But yeah, I think he's got to go play, because you take a couple of days off this time of year, it definitely will get to you come playoff time. So he needs to keep the momentum going. It was a lot of games before he hit this home run. So hopefully he can remember that swing and get his pitches when playoff baseball starts.
I know I'm the millionth Yankee fan to tell you broke my heart in 2004 with that grand slam. I wonder what it was like for you to change sides in that, and what was the Red Sox reaction to you coming to the evil empire after all of that?
Yeah, well, it was very tough, but I'm just glad that I was loved and hated by you throughout my career, and loved and hated by all Red Sox and Yankee fans throughout my career. So they don't boo nobodies, and it was tough because I didn't think the Red Sox were going to let me walk. And when you don't have a contract, 8 weeks after the season, December 20th, I have to start shopping, and I really wanted to stay on the East Coast because I had a couple young kids, and um, the West Coast was out of the question for me. And I tried Detroit. They had a young kid named Curtis Granderson. They were going to give a try to. I was going to try the Dodgers, but they didn't have any money at the time, if you can believe that. And then the Yankees. They needed a center fielder and a leadoff hitter to um, come and help out. And I know Bernie had a couple years left, and obviously I didn't want to join the Yankees to say, hey, Bernie, like, this is my place. Bernie meant so much to the Yankees, and I respect the game so much that it was a tough decision, mostly because of that, not leaving teams, because the Red Sox was my third team in the major leagues, and I understand the business side of it. Just unfortunately, I'm not as vocal as players are today. I would have loved to come out and made a big stink about it, but that's not my reputation. I go out, I try to play hard every single day and try to be the best teammate I can. And at the end of the day, it's about producing runs, scoring runs, driving in runs, and winning baseball games.
I don't know if any player in Major League Baseball history had their hair and beard discussed more than you during that time about cutting your hair and shaving with the Yankees, dress code, hygiene code, whatever it was, and how big of a deal that was at the time. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you were going to do it anyways, but you wanted to wait to not lead to speculation about leaving for the Yankees?
Yeah, that was my wife's whole doing. But, when I signed with the Red Sox, I had shorter hair, clean shaven, and all of a sudden it became a big deal, after we won the World Series. And I know people loved it. I love it because I brought it back. So
It was also part of the
people
team.
like
I
to
felt
talk
like
about everything.
it was kind of a Red Sox thing. Like you were the scraggly group, right? I mean, you were the anti-Yankees in 2004.
Oh yeah, and people just like to talk about everything. I'd rather talk about the style of play that I brought to the table, the heads-up plays, the hustling down the first base, and winning baseball games. And the media, they like to talk about everything. And I just, I it was a tough time. I loved playing for Boston. Never thought I was going to have the opportunity to leave, and it happened. So great career I had. Won 2 championships, but this is Aaron Judge's day, and I always brought my A game every single day. But Aaron Judge is bringing it, and the fans love him. New York City definitely loves him, but I think Major League Baseball and fans around the world just really appreciate the type of player that Aaron Judge is.
Well, let's tie this into Aaron Judge. So it says 2-time World Series champion on our screen right now, 04 with the Red Sox, 09 with the Yankees. Surprisingly, that's the last Yankees World Championship. What do you think about this Aaron Judge-led Yankees team as they get ready for the playoffs?
Well, I hope they can do it, but it's not that easy replacing guys like Johnny Damon, Matsui. We could hit righties and lefties very well. Never had to change our lineup, and what a offensive juggernaut we had in 2009. But it's not that easy. I went out there, won a bunch of baseball games, and did what I wanted to do. My dream was to win the World Series and to win 2. I mean, after I saw George Brett hoist the trophy in 1985, I knew that's what I wanted to do and play baseball. I obviously wanted to win in Kansas City, and I was so happy that they did finally win. And just unfortunately, I wasn't there to help them.
Johnny Damon, our guest on OutKick 360. You certainly know what it's like to lead off as a hitter. What's it like watching Judge break this record primarily in that leadoff spot?
Well, I would love to have him have 5, 6 at bats a game with the talent that he has, and you know, you can't say enough about the guy. I hope he can continue to be a lifelong Yankee. The fans deserve it, but he also is from California. He, you know, I would love to see him win as a Yankee and hopefully stay a Yankee.
How much do you guys, your baseball guys, talk to you about that? The Judge bets on himself. He breaks the record. Paul's the biggest Yankee fan I know, and even he's not sure
worried
about the contract moving forward. What is it like in baseball circles?
I need George to come back from the dead.
I love the fact that guys bet on themselves. I mean, they're betting on their talent to stay healthy. Max Scherzer did it throughout his career, and that's what great players do. They bet on themselves, and it's working out for Aaron Judge, and hopefully he can hit another 400 or 500 home runs in his career. And just a great person for baseball.
Johnny, I got a question for you. My biggest Yankees concern going forward is Garrett Cole. He gave up another home run yesterday that lost him a game. He's given up 33 home runs, most in the American League. He puts them for an ace in holes a lot. In the middle of tight games, they go from winning 2-0 to losing 3-2 because he gives up home runs. How much of a concern should I have with an ace that is giving up dingers at that rate?
Well, obviously he's an extreme talent, but giving up home runs, I mean, that's what great offenses do. Like when you can't get anything manufactured, leadoff guy get on base or can't get on base, can't create havoc. We look for quick runs. I mean, and that's exactly what our 2009 Yankees did. We could go down, but guess what? We get 2 guys on base. Anybody can pop a home run. I mean, our lineup was absolutely sick. I mean, you go from Jeter to myself, Teixeira, A-Rod, go Cano, then you go Posada, then you go Matsui, then you go Swisher, then you go Milky. I mean, wow. You got 3 lefties who can hit left-handed pitching and right-handed pitching, and then you have 3 switch hitters on that team, and it's pretty special. So we like the quick runs. Concerns, I don't know. I'm not in it. I'm not sure what's going on in the clubhouse, what's going on in his brain, but I know he's ready to try to step up, and hopefully he has some positive games, and then hopefully he can continue to steamroll, because that's what happened with us in 2009. I mean, Andy Pettit was hot, very consistent. AJ Burnett, when he got hot, he was the best pitcher in baseball, and we knew what CC could bring every single night. So hopefully Garrett can figure it out, and hopefully they can go very deep into the playoffs and hopefully win.
Dodgers your favorite here? Are they in a situation where if they don't win it, they're going to get just destroyed by everybody?
Yeah, I think the Dodgers are very strong, and I was actually thinking the Mets were looking really good. I know they had a rough last week, but with DeGrom and Scherzer as their 1 and 2, I still like it. And I also don't think those 3 or 4 extra days off are going to benefit the top teams. I mean, it's really tough to go from being a robot, showing up every day and ready to go, to having days where you can actually go chill and have lunch in the city, or it's very different. I love playoff time so I can get my body going, and I was just able to. I always did during the playoffs what I did during the regular season. So I'll wake up, go swimming, go grill for the kids, and everything stayed the same for me. So hopefully these guys can figure out a great routine and keep them ready to play. Is it October 11th is when the playoffs start?
Friday will be the first series, and they'll play starting next Tuesday for the rest. So we're 6 days away right now.
Oh, wow.
Yep, yeah. October 11th.
Yeah, you got it. Hey, how tired are guys right now as they go into the playoffs?
You smell that air right now, and you smell playoff baseball. That's what Derek Jeter always brought to the table. We go out stretch in October, and playoff baseball is here. So um, these guys are ready. I mean, these guys have dedicated their lives, a lot of times away from their families for many months, and this is what it comes down to. So sacrifice one more month, and someone's going to be crowned a champion, and it's one of the best feelings in the world.
Johnny Damon has been our guest. What are you up to now?
Well, I have my 8 kids that are drive me crazy and
You still
loving
grilling?
me all the time.
Still
But
swimming and grilling.
Yeah, but I have my company Drink A Game, drinkagame.com. It's a clean sports hydration drink, has all the essential vitamins, flavors. And it tastes good. And you always have to bring your A game when we do interviews, when you're a parent, teachers, when you go to work, always bring your A game so you never have an excuse about anything. And I always brought it, and I'm still bringing it. And we are Shaw's and Stop and Shop up in the Northeast, and getting ready to go into a lot of great stores like Food Lion, Publix down south here. And we also have our NASCAR race, the Xfinity race up in Dover, Delaware, called the A Game 200. So I'm staying busy, and everything is on the up and up. And excited about playoff baseball. And this is probably the best time of the year for sports. I mean, we have college football, we have the NFL, we have Major League Baseball playoffs, and I'm excited. And there's going to be a lot of sitting on my butt during this time, but I, found a way to enjoy watching games more. I do my push-ups, so I feel like that young stud that I once was, and bringing my A game.
It's awesome.
Looking good. Thanks, Johnny.
Johnny, you're awesome,
Really
man.
enjoyed
Appreciate
it.
it.
My pleasure, guys. Have a great one.
All right, there's Johnny Damon. Still, I mean, we would say this about several players that we would see in person. I would look at Johnny on camera and I'd be like, the guy looks like he could still play,